Welcome back. So I've got the mains off. I've marked the negative for the DC output, and I'm just going to replace each part one by one. Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. It'll be almost dry. And put the diodes back in. Cool. Zoom in. There we go. So 2D20 2V. Oh, sorry. 2D202V. 1990. Okay, and these are the other parts. So that because that capacitor's got a cover on it, I assume it's a Western capacitor. 47 microfarads. We've got a limiting resistor there. Which way does it go? Is it yeah, so is it that's a 5. Is that a 5? Is that a brown? So it's a 1, 510, so 510 ohms. Is that right? Or is black 0? Black 0, isn't it? Or black 1? No, black 0. Brown's 1. So that'd be a 4. Sorry, that's a 4, not a 5. So it'd be 410. No, 4 1 with 10, so 410 ohms. Is it? No, I don't know. I'm not at high school anymore. Okay, let's start replacing. Okay, I've done the first one. 63 volts, no, not way over what's required, but it's just the only one that I had to fit the whole spacing. Actually, if I'm going to replace this linear regulator with a modern switching one, I don't even need this capacitor in there. I could have just actually left it out. So yeah, I'll do these two next, and then do that one. So I've taken the limiting resistor off and measured it 453 ohms, and so yeah, that second colour there isn't brown. It's actually looks like it's maybe violet. Could be blue, but no, I reckon it's violet. So it looked like brown to me initially, but when you look under the loop, well, I think it's as close as I'm going to get. So that'd be yellow 4, violet 7, and 10, so 470 ohms. So I measured at 453, so that's close enough. So, but I'll put a 470 in. So there's a comparison. You can see why I thought it was brown, not violet. Yeah. Anyway, getting there. This is what I've got so far. Pretty simple. Actually, there you can see the holes there for a little tie-down strap for the capacitor. So yeah, almost there. There we go. It's basically done. So just going to put the diodes back on and put the power leads back on and the LED, and give it a go. Actually, I might give the case a little bit of a scrub first. So I don't know if there's, I don't really want to, don't know if there's much I can do about this. Yeah, let's see. Right, so this is basically a heatsink for the linear regulator, so we don't really need it anymore. But I'll put some Kaplan tape under here just to make sure. Well, I don't think there is anything really that's going to short. So I'll just put some Kaplan tape along there. But that's looking much better, isn't it? I think it is. Well, it'd be nice to keep the original components, well, which I will keep them. But yeah, basically the power supply will still be usable, the original power supply. So I just need to, I don't swap the whole, well, I'll just swap the, I'll swap the plug, keep the cable. I'll probably get rid of the DIN, but keep the cable. And yeah, obviously this, keep this. Well, I could probably swap the toroid out as well, but anyway. All right, getting there. Right, so pretty much ready to go. One issue is that the old regulator was physically attached to this as a heatsink. So I don't have that anymore, so it's just a case of it sitting in here like that. So I could like hot glue it in, I guess, or maybe or I could maybe put in some L brackets, some little metal L brackets if I've got any here. Well, I'll put in a metal L bracket if I've got any handy. Otherwise it might be hot glue, because so that'll be pretty solid on there. Well, this won't move anyway because that'll be screwed in, and I could hold it, but yeah. Let me see if I can find my L brackets. All right, little bigger than I was thinking, but I think this is the smallest one I've got. So basically stick it here, I guess. Stick it there. Kind of measure it like that so it's flat. And then it'll attach like so, I guess. Won't short anything out at all, I'm sure. Need a pretty big, if it was designed for countersunk wood screws. I don't know if I've got a big enough washer. Wash to go over that. Oh yeah, it'll work. I think it'll work. All right, time to drill some holes. Time to drill some holes. Make sure nothing shorts. Let me stick it right there. All right, let me do this. Done. Ready to go. So I'm just going to swap over the plug. I'm not going to chop it off. So once again, flathead screws everywhere. Just unscrew this and screw it into the new plug. And the active will be the one with, I assume, this tiny little fuse wire there. And then connect up the DC output again. Negative is marked there. Probably change the plug at some stage as well. Hook the toroid back up. And, oh, well, actually, I kind of need to measure that there for that hole. And there is a mark where the board used to sit, so I could kind of use that as the thingamajig. So yeah, just about done. Okay, there we go. Plug's done. It's a bit too exposed for my liking, but she'll be right. Right, so that's done. So I've got the active connected to the one with this tiny little fuse. Now, one more thing I just want to add is I'm probably just going to add some hot glue around here just to give it a bit more mechanical strength. Yeah. And then attach the toroid back and see if it works. Okay. So I'll put some hot snot on just to give it some mechanical strength, so it's not, especially with these multi-core cables, so they're not wiggling around all the time. Okay, let's put the toroid back on and then see if it works. Okay, we're all set to go. We'll wire it up. I really don't like these little wires. I was going to change them, but whatever. So, and I've just noticed a small break in the AC cable, so I'm going to take the plug off and put some heat shrink over it just to cover that up. All right, let's see if I can get this back together and see if it works. Okay, just about done. Remember the bit of foam there to insulate the toroid. I've got my little bracket in there now. Nice and solid. What is this? Phillips head screw? Oh, some decadent Westerner's been in here. All right, let's power it on, I guess. Put it back together and power it on. Okay, it's back together. LED isn't on, but I've checked the voltage and yep, 5.1 volts, so 5 volts coming out. So it is working. Oh, well, I'm gonna cover that up next. Yes, but the LED is not working, so okay, I should just replace the LED like I normally do. Anyway, I'll fix up that little break and then we'll see if the machine works. Okie dokie. Just got some glued heat shrink because it's good. I know where it is. All right, let's tidy up. Let's tidy up and see if this third Red BYTE works. All right, so these are the cables I made for the first BYTE. So this is my USB cable, so I could use this to power it, but we'll use the power supply. And this is the 7-pin RGBS plus audio out. And make sure, Brett, you plug it into the TV port, not the joystick port. No RGB out from the joystick port. Okay, we can even plug in the speaker. So I have had the other one working, but it's just unstable, I think, wasn't it? I can't remember now. Okay, that's on. The GVS A200 is on. So plug this power in. I'm assuming it's the same pin out. I haven't even opened this up, so I don't know what's inside it. I assume it's the same. I have seen a photo, I think Spanish website, where there is a UHF modulator board inside it, but well, of course we don't need that. Okay, I can never remember, so this is the reset button. I can never remember which one it is, so we'll see. All right, I will reposition so we can see what happens. How's that? Is that suitable? All right, turn power on. Okay. Of course, that's right. We put the reset button on, we get a stable image. So yeah, this is what we're getting on pretty much the other few BYTE, the Red BYTEs. We get this sort of instability. So I don't know if it's the ULA. It's basically the only thing left. Well, I haven't really swapped the RAM. But I did get the second Red BYTE working. It was a kind of a stable image. So what did I do for that one? Decoupling capacitors. Maybe decoupling capacitors. Alright, well anyway, this was just to finish off the power supply. So you can see the power supply works. Just the red LED doesn't. So I should have changed it for a blue one. But yeah, I'm having a break from the Red BYTEs at the moment because I want to have a look at the partner, and I want to look at the Lviv, and the didactic. All right, so there we go. So power supply done. Some work still to be done on this one. I hope that was of some interest. Bye for now.